Yeah. Way up.
Oh, hey, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here. New Mano!
Yeah.
Looking good, Mano.
Hey.
New outfit alert.
What's happening?
And I know today is a special day for you.
That's right. It's my mama's birthday.
Oh, give it up for Mano's mama.
Happy heavenly birthday.
We owe her a lot.
Definitely.
We owe her a lot because she brought you into this world and definitely molded you into the human being who you are today from a young age. But I know she's so proud of you to see everything that you've accomplished.
Thank you.
You started off shaky.
Started off very, very shaky. Still have little shaky moments every now and then. Spazzing out.
But you always have your mom close to your heart on your chain that you wear.
Absolutely, definitely.
Okay, so we are going to make sure we pay tribute to her this morning and shine a light on her.
That's right. It's
also a Wealth Wednesday, and we do have the guys from Fund Your Freedom coming through. What I love about them is that they are young investors. They have an amazing track record for the work that they've done in the community when it comes to real estate, when it comes to credit scores, all of those things. They have a lot of people who support them, who they've worked with, so they're going to talk about what they've been doing as far as funding your freedom. They actually came together from seeing each other at all these different seminars and conferences.
Right, and linked.
Because we are stronger together. You know how it is. All right, well, who do you guys want to shine a light on this Wealth Wednesday? 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up, let us know, let's spread some love. Call us up, say happy birthday to Mano's mom. We want to celebrate her today, all day as well, as we always should. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. What's today's date?
August 16th.
August 16th.
Hey.
It is a special day. Mano is here.
Special day. Happy birthday, Mama Love.
Let's shine a light on your mama.
Shining a light on you, my Mama Love. I know she watching us. She listening to us on the Way Up show.
Okay.
You know?
Yes. And Mano, absolutely, when I tell you, his mom, probably the only person that could check him.
My mom's crazy. Mom's crazy.
Well, you definitely came.
Mom's was nuts.
Came out that. Give us a story.
For real. I say, Mom, who run the family? I think I'm the big homie of the family. See, I'm the big homie of the family. Mom, I feel like I'm the big homie of the family. Well, I feel like I'm the big homie of the family. I'm gonna send you that footage right there. Just straight nuts.
You gotta You gotta post that today.
Yeah, I should post that. Wow.
If you have that footage, post that today.
Well, I run this family.
That's where that main ovation comes from. Well, all right. Well, we believe you now. You run it, and she raised you to run the family.
I run it.
All right. Well, 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up and let us know who you guys want to shine a light on, who you want to spread some love to on this Wednesday, Wealth Wednesday. Hey, Linda, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Who do you want to shine a light on?
Yes, I would like to shine a light on my son, Howard, because every year he hosts a judo camp and he doesn't get recognized. Not that he wants to be recognized, but he should because he puts it together himself and he does an amazing job, so he needs a shout out to that.
Ooh, and how can people find out about this camp?
Just go under South Central PA or look up Howard Alexander III onto his Facebook.
Okay.
And they can help him for next year.
That's dope.
And it's always hosted July 24th to that week. Only 1 week. And it's reasonable.
Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for calling and let us know. Sometimes when you're doing something, right, it's hard for you to also want to promote it. So it's nice that he has you in his corner to make sure that the word is getting spread around.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hey, Nikki, how are you?
Hello, how are you guys? I'm great.
Good. Who do you want to shine a light on today?
I would like to shine a light on my son. He is starting high school tomorrow on the football team, and he has had really hard problems, like doing well in school and being focused. And in this past school year in X-ray, he has done a whole 180, and I just want to let him know how much I'm so proud of him.
Well, Nikki, I'm so happy you said 180 instead of 360 because people be getting that wrong all the time. Okay, what changed for him?
getting involved in organized sports.
Okay, so that's what really did it. All right. Well, we love that, Nikki.
And also, I want to shine a light on all you guys up there because all the good work that y'all do and the awareness that y'all bring to people that we wouldn't necessarily get that information on, and I do appreciate all of that too. So keep doing what y'all doing.
All right, we appreciate you, and we love that fact. That's one of my favorite things about this is spreading awareness and highlighting y'all. So thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light on Them. 800-292-5150 is a number. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. ESTG walked out of an interview with Bootleg Kev right in the middle. We'll talk about why, and we'll see what you guys think about it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
She about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Way up. Way up.
And it's time for some Yeetie. Now, let's talk about this interview. ESTG went by the Bootleg Kev podcast, and he's promoting his new project, but things did not go so well, and he did not like the line of questioning. Here's what happened before he walked out.
You played linebacker, right?
What do I got to do with music and right now?
No, I'm just curious because I'm a big football fan. What made you rock with Gotti, and what is something over the last 2 or 3 years that you have learned? Well, for the very first time in Bootleg Kev podcast history, we had someone walk off of the set. Oh, well, there's the ESTG interview that he was 2 hours late for.
Oh, wow. All right, well, it was only about 25 minutes in when that happened, and so I guess he
didn't like that question about him being a linebacker because it's a discrepancy about whether he really was
so he went on social media, right, and he said, at Bootleg Kev, you trying to play it like I walked out because of football, like I did plenty of interviews talking about playing and talking about it in my music. You asking me if I remember the old man porn star, if I believe in aliens and the NFL Combine. What the F do that got to do with my album dropping Friday? And I literally just walked out that interview 2 hours ago. You already got a clip up. You trying to go viral. I got real life ish going. Ask around. I don't feel like playing, so please don't play with me because I play crazy.
Oh.
So he, I guess Bootleg Kev asked him about Brian Pumper. You know Brian Pumper.
Why would he ask him about them?
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but he didn't like that line of questioning. So it wasn't just the clip that you heard, but it was more than just that.
Why would you ask him about him, though?
Bootleg Kev then responded, and he said, about the ESTG thing, I'm a fan of his music and was genuinely excited to talk to him. I was told by his team that he wanted to have an interview not filled with typical stuff where we talk about music this, music that. He has a wide range of interests that include the universe and quantum physics. He said, what I was told. So I approached our interview as I do every single one. Let's have fun, shoot the ish, and get to know who you are outside of the music. He came 90 minutes late and didn't even really seem to want to talk or be interviewed. I don't care. I'm still a fan of his music, and we got a moment out of it for the internet. No hard feelings.
So is the whole interview out?
Well, he left after 25 minutes, so I guess
the whole thing, that whole 25 minutes is out.
Yeah, you can see those that 25 minutes if you so choose. And he said anybody who wants to talk about Brian Pumper and quantum physics, he's open.
Oh, wow. Brian Pumper. He was out here. He was running around with you for a little while here.
I've interviewed Brian Pumper before.
Yeah, but there was a time when y'all was like hanging.
He had a song that I really enjoyed.
Which one?
It was called Oh, and It's Shaved.
Really?
Yeah, you should look it up.
I remember y'all was like hanging out, like wearing. He was putting chains around your neck.
Don't lie, Mano.
It was a time.
We actually me, you, and him were at the same event.
No, he just happened to be at an event that I was there.
Well, I was there too.
Yeah, I think y'all came together. It was a time.
Don't make things up. Okay, we said, but shout out to Brian Pumper, B Pumper. He would do music and then put them in his porn. He would put the music in his own porn, which is very clever.
He was cracking eggs over.
See, you watched it. You watched it.
Why was he cracking eggs over people's head, though? That was wild.
Shaved. All right, Adele was performing and she was doing a gender reveal at her Vegas concert. Shout out to Chris Darr and his wife Chantel Lord. They got the gender reveal party of a lifetime. She has her residency at Caesar's Palace, and the singer got to answer the question, boy or girl. So everybody was very excited about that. And here is what Adele's doing a fan's gender reveal sounded like in Vegas. What's up? It's Way Up with... Ooh, okay.
Chantel and Chris are having a baby baby boy. That's so emotional. Oh my God. If and when I get pregnant, will you do my gender reveal at the show, darling? Thank you. I was so honoured to do that. That was so lovely.
She broke down in tears. See, she's emotional. What a great moment for them.
Nice. That was nice.
Yeah. Imagine having Adele do your gender.
How much they had to pay for that?
Nothing. They were at the concert. She said she's going to do, she wants them to do hers too. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night, where we discuss things that we did last night. And I just want to give a shout out to modern technology. I might be behind on this, but I'll tell you something that I did that I'm like, okay, this is amazing. If this works out, I'm going to start using this from now on. And I know, Mano, what did you do last night?
I'm nothing really spectacular.
All right, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah. Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano. New Mano is in the building.
Dropping.
Yes. What did you do last night, Mano?
I was moving around a little bit. Had my superhero cape on. Mm-hmm. You know, I stopped at an event or two.
What type of event?
Birthday party, Bobby Trends.
Okay.
You know,
happy birthday, Bobby Trends.
Happy birthday, Bobby Trends. You know, a couple industry folks in there. Me and Jim Jones went through there, saving the city.
All right. You and Jim Jones, you and Jim Jones really are like. Would you consider him your best friend?
Yeah, I got a couple. That's my.
Who's
that's
more
my
fun
brother.
to hang out with, Jim Jones or Fab?
Jimmy don't like to get into my antics though. You understand? He got a wife at home, and he don't get into none of my antics. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't play the games that I play. He kept trying to leave last night. I said, "Come on, man! You brought me out. Give me another half an hour. I'm activated now."
Isn't that annoying when somebody goes out with you? Because Jasmine does that all the time. They want to go out, then you go out, and then they're ready to go. They're ready to go, and you're like, relax.
Right, because I know my
We're
antics.
outside.
Yeah, it's antics over here with me. You know, with Fab it's different. Like, you know, we probably, you know, help each other out on some of those. You know.
All right now. Fab probably doesn't want. Okay. So yes, shout out to the Sty Babies. Now for me last night, I'm always trying to think of things that I can do right to make life a little easier, and like different new apps that I can use. I'm very into trying to streamline things, and so I just tried something different. This app. And I have nothing to do with like promoting it. This is my first time trying it, so I'm gonna let y'all know how it goes. It's called Rinse. So you know, I have a ton of dry cleaning at home, and I was trying to clean my house, and I'm like, there's so much dry cleaning. I feel like I'll have a whole new wardrobe.
Just throw it away.
No, absolutely not.
Give the clothes away.
If I would just take my clothes to the dry cleaners, right? But I just haven't had a chance to do that. So I tried this new app out. And so what they do is you schedule a pickup. They come and pick up the clothes, and then they take it to get dry cleaned. And I was wondering, because I was a little nervous. I was like, well, what if I put stuff in there and then, you know, some of my clothes are expensive or something that's a name brand that I don't want anything to happen to. But they actually take pictures of everything, send you the pictures of all of the items that you have, and then they drop the clothes back off to you.
That's nice. I never even heard of that.
Right. Neither did I. I just found it while I was looking for a new dry cleaners to go to. So then I started thinking about other things. I'm like, this was so simple. It literally took them like 1 minute to come and pick up the clothes, to schedule the pickup.
Really?
Yes. And so I was thinking about other things that I use online to try to make my life easier. And this is another app that I've been using for a long time. It's called MyFitnessPal.
And what does that do?
So basically on this app, if you're trying to like document what you eat throughout the day, it helps you keep track of all the calories. And it has a lot of the calories in there. So let's just say you go eat at Cheesecake Factory or Chick-fil-A. You put in what you ate, and then it documents the calories.
Right.
And it keeps track of like everything that you eat every day, so that you can, sometimes when you see things, like when I look at a menu, if the calories are listed next to it, I'll be like, I'm gonna get this instead, because you don't even realize. And so that one's really good too.
I only use one app.
What? Uber. I know.
Get over here.
I'll send you an Uber. Now, when you send women an Uber,
I never said that.
Do you send a black card? Do you do the, I know on Lyft, they have the wait 9 minutes and you can save some money. You're like, man, this is taking forever to get here.
If you're playing with me, you get Uber Pool.
Anyway, and then the other one that I always use to keep track of things is, let me see. What is the name of this one? I just know the logo when I see it. Your period tracker. Yeah, it's called Period Tracker. So that I don't unexpectedly one day be like, whoop. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Really?
that is
Wow.
our About Last Night.
That was
But
too much information.
But there's so many different apps out there, so I just want to make sure. I know there's one that we use for my coffee shop that actually helps really with the schedule. So like with our employees, making sure that they're on the schedule, and then if they don't show up, they all have to respond on this app so you can really keep track of the hours. There's just so many different things.
I need to use more apps.
That's my point.
Help me out.
You ever use TaskRabbit? That one's a really good one too. If you ever need anything, you like say you want to get a painting hung. I've done that before. You go on TaskRabbit and they'll send somebody that can do it. Or say you need to go pick up some clothes from somewhere, you can order the stuff and do like a pickup, curbside pickup, and then you can send somebody from there to go get it. It's
nice.
Just things to make life simpler. All right. Well, when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. This is your favorite. There's no app for
please.
this.
Call
800-292-5150. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Tell us a secret. It's a no judgment zone. Maybe there's an app we can get for Tell Us a Secret where people can anonymously tell us secrets. That would be a good one. All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Way Up.
Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm
Way
Angela
up.
Yee. Mano is here.
Why are you whispering?
No, Mano! Tell us a secret.
All right. When you going to tell us your secrets?
Like what?
Like whatever secret that you have.
I know everyone else's.
That's the problem.
I don't do nothing crazy. Like, I don't know.
You got secrets, Ange.
Yeah, maybe from my past.
All right, those will work.
Maybe from my past. I like the ones that you guys are calling up to tell us, though. I have good secrets, too.
How about one day we switch seats and you change your voice?
You don't tell us your secrets.
You know my secrets.
But you don't say it out loud.
You know my secrets.
Plus, you're a little judgmental on Tell Us a Secret. I don't know if I feel like this is a safe place for me. But for you guys, it can be a safe space, right, Mano?
I mean, listen.
You think people want to be judged?
Some of these people, yes, absolutely. I think these people call up because they want some sound advice. They want some opinion. They want some game.
And I think I would say to Mano, judge not lest ye be judged.
I'm not nobody to judge nobody, but some of this stuff is crazy because, listen, some of the stuff is crazy. And it's like they be like looking for somebody to kind of like egg them on, like, to like
you're not the one.
That.
You're not the one.
I'm not co-signing some of this
All right,
stuff.
well, 800-292-5150 is a number. Tell us a secret. Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You want to tell us a secret with absolutely no judgment, Mano?
Okay, yes, man. I would love to. I got to get this off my chest. It happened about a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, I work for a trucking company, and they had a little ball, party, whatever, celebrating. My boss, me and his grandmother, we had a little couple drinks and all that. She only 60 though, And one thing led to another, and we end up doing something.
You slept with your boss's grandmother?
Yeah, but she a grandmother, but she grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, she a young granny.
Yeah, she looked good though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I should tell my boss or I should just let it ride because I hate for his granny to tell him and he find out that way. You
gotta stop saying granny. Granny make it sound older than what
Why would you tell him that you slept with his grandmother though? Why would you tell him that?
I don't care. It's eating me up, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. If it happened to my grandmother, I would want to know.
You would want to know? What
Why?
But if he finds out, he gonna fire you.
Damn, you spoiled hell, man. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's a grown woman. What if she doesn't tell him and now you done spilled the beans?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it's just best that I keep it between me and her.
She's
grown.
But,
I just had to get it off my chest.
You're right. Is she married or something?
She is.
Oh.
You should probably keep sleeping with Granny.
Now, hold on. She's married. He didn't tell us that.
Yeah, she married, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, she didn't tell me she was married to afterwards, though. And, it is what it is, though. But I just had to get that off my chest, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to tell him, we can tell him on here if you wanted to go about it that way.
No.
He probably don't even want to know.
Who would want to know that?
You want to know who your grandma slept with?
Yeah, I just feel like, something, I feel like I crossed the line a little bit. I ain't that type
you
of
crossed
guy.
the line.
and morals. But you know that goddamn Don Julio Nejo get in your system. You know,
let's order some, let's get some Don Julio Añejo up here.
Out of pocket.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel you
I
though.
just gotta get it off my system.
Yeah, you don't need to tell him that. Like, that's really none of his business.
Yeah, I won't then. Yeah, I'll just keep it between me and grandmother, you know, we'll rock it like that. If you do come up, you know what I'm saying, I'll face it then.
You gonna keep doing it?
I ain't gonna lie, it was good, so probably.
All right, well, shout out to Granny. Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, y'all have a good one. Thank you.
Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Hello, what's up, Angela? I'm doing good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. And just so you know, Mano's not going to judge you. He's breathing in deep right now. He's meditating. So let's hear your secret.
Nah, I'm sure Mano probably done this too before, man. Like,
yeah, let's hear it.
Probably.
So what happened was, I'm with this girl. I'm like 18 years old, and I'm like still living with my mom, so I couldn't like bring girls home. So like I had like a Honda CRV, and I'm a little guy. I'm like 5'5", so I got space in the back. So we put the seats down, we parked somewhere, we're doing our thing, and as soon as I'm climaxing, like we're like in this weird, like, you know, you kind of got to play like Twister in the car a little bit, so it's not really the most comfortable. I had my leg up, and she was like underneath. And as soon as I was ready to go, instead of me really exploding from where I'm supposed to explode from, I really exploded from another in my body.
Nah, bro, I never done none of that, bro. What's wrong with you? You think I did that? You think I did that, boy?
Mano, honestly,
I've never done nothing like that. You sound crazy.
Was it
Mano, you never farted during sex, dog. Stop lying.
It was just a fart.
I thought he said he did something else.
Yeah, when you said exploded, I thought
explosion.
you meant something came out.
So I don't think nothing came out, but it really was a loud fart though. Like it was a and so it smacked her in the face. Obviously, she had my in her mouth, so it was just awkward. She told me to never tell anybody. I told her I'm sorry if I give you pink eye. She was mad at that. Long story short, the next day she calls me saying, "Babe, I got pink eye."
Oh my God! You got some particles in her eye.
I did.
That wasn't just a fart, neither.
Yeah. Now y'all really go together.
Nah, not anymore. We broke up like that next day, so it's a long time ago.
You were like, yeah, I don't want to mess with no chick with pink eye.
I ain't never fought nobody's face, neither.
But you have farted during sex.
I mean, that's part of life.
Yeah.
He said explosion.
Part of life.
he said explosion like it was something else.
Well, what lesson did you learn from this?
Don't eat pub subs before having sex with someone.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
I appreciate you.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. You did not do a good job of not being judgmental today.
I didn't judge at all today.
Okay. You call him a weirdo.
Oh.
All right. When we come back, we have Yeetie Stephen A. Smith. Here's what he had to say about people trying to get journalists fired. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here. New Mano.
Way up.
We know that's right. All right. Well, Kelly Price is reflecting on her debut album, Soul of a Woman. It's 25 years old, that album.
Damn.
And, you know, she was a very in-demand background singer before she put out that album. She was a background vocalist. She worked with George Michael, 112, Jay-Z, Mace, Biggie, Mariah Carey. And she talked to Rated R&B about being on Mariah Carey's 1996 Daydream World Tour and then realizing it was time to branch out on her own. She said Mariah Carey was singing Hero. She said, I know when I hear God speaking to me, and I knew it was time for me to make a move. We would exit the stage when she sang Hero. I started thinking about the fact that I was going to have a conversation with her to tell her that I would be moving on. And she said, I didn't want to leave my job. It was paying well. I loved what I was doing. I was traveling the world. I had a boss that I loved her gift. It was one of the hardest conversations I ever had. There was no reason for me to go, but it was time for elevation. Isn't that so dope?
And that's when she started her own solo career.
That's when she started her solo career. So that's, and she's saying background on Always Be My Baby, fantasy. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Really?
Yeah, she would be doing creative brainstorming sessions for vocal arrangements. And so they did a lot of things together, but sometimes it's hard to make that leap, especially when you love what you do, but you know it's time.
Right.
All right. Now, Stephen A. Smith was on Podcast P with Paul George, and he talked about a lot of different things. He reflected on his own career, and he also talked about how there have been times when athletes have tried to get different sports journalists fired for their own personal reasons. Here's what he said.
Everybody has a job to do. You got cats that, and they're going to remain nameless as players, but when I went hard on a couple of superstar players, I happen to know for a fact they tried to get a couple of journalists fired. It's because the journalists asked them about something that they were hearing, and they brought up the brother. But when Woj reported it, or Shams reported it, you ain't say
All right. Stephen A. Smith also talks about, in particular, Kyrie Irving and his issues, and his father having issues with him also because of the criticisms that he's had for Kyrie. Here's what he had to say.
The father loving his son was coming to his defense by sending me text messages that, quite frankly, I didn't appreciate. And so because of that, it took on a life of its own. We were at the Staples Center. Kyrie rose up on me. He's like, "You still got that same energy face to face?" I said, "I'm standing here, ain't I?" Ooh. And he was like, "It's really not about me anymore." And I looked at him and I said, "You're right. It had become about me and his dad and how we had elected to communicate with each other."
So he did say that he regretted how he handled that whole situation. And then he talked about how things ended up getting resolved.
And the shame of it is I'm 55. Obviously, his father is around my age. And the younger son was the one that had to educate us. This is really about y'all. And so I just said, that's what men do. Kyrie Irving is right. And I called his father. And we resolved everything. And we met face to face. And it's no problem. I said to him, I'm still going to judge your son by what I see. But this notion that there's going to be personal animus or whatever, I thought I was just doing my job. If it looked differently, that's on me.
There you go.
Okay.
See, nothing wrong with resolving situations.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Men do men things.
And also admitting that, you know what, maybe I was
wrong. Accountability, right? Accountability is very important.
All right. And speaking of relationships, right? Russell Simmons has extended an olive branch to his daughter, Ming. You know, they had that really public feud, and he posted, "When times are tough, smile and breathe. Keep your head up, yogis. God's got you again like he had you last time." So after that whole online blow up that happened, it looks like he's trying to make sure he posted a picture of the two of them together. And, you know, you don't want to have that beef like that with.
Nah, not at all. You don't want that.
And I feel bad. People were coming at his daughters. We don't know what went on for them.
That's not a good feeling.
Yeah, behind the scenes, you still should want to protect your kids, right? All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that may not be in the headlines. They are flying under the radar, but we still feel like they're extremely important. And sometimes.
What time they calling for secrets?
Just entertaining.
What time they calling for secrets?
Man, we did that.
They need to do a little bit more.
We can't just do a whole show. Well, maybe you could. A whole show of secrets. Mano's whole show of secrets.
Run it back.
Eyes
spin the block.
Wide open. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. Again, Under the Radar. When we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here. New
Mano.
Were you eating some Cousin Maine's lobster?
Nah, I didn't taste it yet.
Okay, y'all haven't. Let me tell you, up here, Cousin Maine's lobster dropped off some food, and I feel like the whole floor is going crazy for these lobster rolls.
Everybody got it.
Lobster tater tots, lobster tacos. All right, so it's a good time.
Navy just had a lobster glizzy.
He is not playing. He got,
That was lobster glizzy. It was inside the glizzy bread.
Yep. It was dripping down his face. All right. Howard University has ramped up security. There has been random mob attacks on students. Now, one TikTok user describes herself as a sophomore journalism student, and she said that one of the victims was left to die on the concrete as security walked away. It looks like it's some type of fight club, according to an executive vice president and chief operating officer at the school. They go to restaurants to instigate fights. They're juveniles, and they've been doing this throughout the district. They're not students at Howard University, by the way. Here is what that student had to say.
In a clip from this assault, you can see one of the students that's being jumped, quite literally being left to die on the concrete in front of Towers, which is an on-campus dorm. And in that same video, you see security standing over him and then walking away. Howard put out a statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing. They basically said Howard students had no part in the assault, ridding themselves of any type of accountability, and then reminded students of the conduct protocol on campus.
Now, one student was stabbed and several others were injured in a violent brawl outside of two of the residences early Monday morning. One victim said, "I was prepared to die. When I was on the ground getting stomped out, I just stopped feeling the pain at one point." And they did say it's a bunch of DC locals, maybe 5, 10, or 20 of them. And they just started kicking and punching them. They said they were getting jumped. 2 students escaped, but a few of their friends got left behind, and one was stabbed in the back and then beat on by like 30 people by himself. Sheesh. Now, I will say that Howard University, they put out a statement saying that it has come to their attention that this video footage from the past Saturday of physical altercations at a Georgia Avenue restaurant outside one of our student residence halls are now circulating on social media. So they said their belief is that the responsible parties are not the students. We do want to take this opportunity to remind you of the conduct expectations in place to keep our campus safe and uphold Howard University's core values. Physical violence is unacceptable and a violation of our university student code of conduct. So they said that you have to conduct yourself in a manner that keeps you from not only engaging in physical violence, but encouraging or celebrating it. If it's not the students doing it and somebody is jumping you, you might have to engage in some...
and some violence.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
Fight back.
Other than defend yourself, but they need to figure out what can happen. They have ramped up security after these random mob attacks, but hopefully they find out who's doing this. And there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of freshman students now who are new to the city, and those are the students that they're saying are particularly vulnerable to violent crimes. That school is back in session.
Very, very dangerous.
Yes, and that's awful. You go to school to learn, mind your business, like get an education, and you have to worry about things like this. All right, well, we will keep you updated on that. And Chick-fil-A has a new sandwich. It's their first new chicken sandwich in almost a decade. You look so interested, Mano.
No, I'm trying to hear this. Like, what sandwich is this?
So it is the honey pepper pimento sandwich.
Chicken.
Yes. It's spicy, sweet, and it's melty, and it combines to make a sandwich unlike anything else they've offered before. Pimento cheese is a southern staple that combines cheddar cheese with mayonnaise, pimentos, and spices for a spread that can just as adeptly be a star on its own or a supporting player. So maybe you want to try that. They also have a new milkshake.
No, I don't do milkshake.
For the fall. It's a caramel crumble milkshake.
No.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, you know we do have the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour. Plus, it is a Wealth Wednesday, and we do have the three components of Fund Your Freedom. 3 different members of this group of young black millionaires who are now paying it forward, and that is going to be for Wealth Wednesday. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Mano is here. No, Mano.
That's right.
I know that's right.
That's right.
Mano is ready to choose violence today for some reason. I don't know what's going on with you today.
People getting on my nerves.
Okay, all right.
Coming at me.
Well, let's be nice to Mano today.
Yeah, be nice to Mano.
Be nice to Mano Day. What's today's date?
August 16th.
All right, today is Be Nice to Mano Day. Yeah. All right, let's get into some Yeezy. Keke Palmer, apparently she and her boyfriend Darius Jackson have broken up. He's moved on amidst their controversy. According to People magazine, they say that after he publicly criticized her outfit while she was dancing with Usher as he serenaded her during his Las Vegas residency. Remember, he tweeted out, "It's the outfit though, you a mom." He got a ton of backlash after that.
Right.
And since then, Keke Palmer has also starred in Usher's music video for the song Boyfriend. By the way, that song is out right now.
Boyfriend.
And in the song,
this is crazy.
There's even a skit in the song where Keke Palmer is laying in the bed and she answers the phone, and here's what happens.
Hello? Damn it, I missed the show. I'm so tired.
I'm a mother, after all.
Ooh.
I told y'all.
Yeah, you did.
I told y'all, and I bet Jasmine. She lost the bet. Now she got to wear the same.
You said they were going to break up over this.
Break up over this,
and they did break up over this. Now, according to a source, he wants to focus on an acting career and put the drama behind him. And he said, in terms of co-parenting, you don't have to be in the same household to be good parents. Well, if you want to watch the full video for Boyfriend, it is out and available right now, by the way. I did see people saying that Keke Palmer was gaslighting him, and I
believe that she with it. But I told Jasmine this, and now Jasmine lost that bet. Now she got to wear the same underwear for a week.
But in her defense, I do feel like he was wrong for going on social media and saying that in the beginning, and now she's just...
Yes, she took the moment.
Yeah, she's running with it now.
She's making a moment out of it.
All right, Diddy has announced Revolt World, the lineup for that, and that is all presented by Walmart, by the way. And so, starring and presented by Walmart, Revolt World is going to be featuring Don Toliver, Moneybagg Yo, Carisha Please, Drink Champs, Juvenile, Uncle Waffles, Division, and Mr. Easy's Chop Life Sound System. So, get ready for that. Also, Assets Over Liability. He's going to be doing a live show, Big Facts, Drip Report, Jason Lee, Black Girl Stuff, Revolt Black News, and The Black Print. So you can go to revoltworld.com. That all takes place September 22nd to September 24th. I'll be in Vegas for the iHeart Festival that weekend. Right? No, it's the iHeart Festival. We definitely don't get, I work. All right, they always have us working at the iHeart Festival. Shout out to the iHeart family and to Big Boy. A lot of times he and I do a lot of things together for the iHeart Festival. All right, Real Housewives of Atlanta versus the Real Housewives of OC. They were on Family Feud, Celebrity Family Feud. Who would you have put your money on for that?
Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, they had to do the survey says, and here is what happened. And by the way, you're right. The Atlanta Housewives did win, but people were trying to say that Steve Harvey asked questions that allowed them to win, but I don't know. All right, here it is.
We asked 100 women, how long could you go without talking before you explode?
A week.
Name a part of a rented tuxedo.
The cummerbund.
Name a place where it's easy for parents to lose track of their kids.
At the park.
Name a word that rhymes with doodle.
Toodle.
Name a joyous occasion in a person's life.
Retirement. Oh.
Okay, she got 34 points. But I think two of them, Toodle and Retirement, did not work, but...
Because it said noodle.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What was it rhymes with? She said Toodle.
What is a Toodle?
And you said noodle. What else rhymes? I can't even think of nothing. Poodle? Okay. All right.
Strudel.
Okay. Strudel. Oh, strudel.
Yeah.
I don't know if strudel would have been on there.
Wow.
You think it would have? You know what? I hate that you don't get the real answers. Like, they should have some place where you could go and see, like, what were all the answers.
They show you after.
Oh. Because I want to know if strudel was an answer.
It might have been.
All right. Well, anyway, that was Sheree. By the way, Sheree hit me. She was like, I told y'all.
She checked you, right?
Because yesterday we had the topic of
who should pay? Who
should pay, right? And we said Martell set up this birthday dinner for her as her man. She was like, I told you he's not my man.
Oh.
All right?
He's not her man?
No, it's not her man.
So he was her man then?
So she wants to make that clear. So let's clear that up also. That's not her man. Let me see what else. But she was like, you know, girl, you can always call me.
So that was like a light check?
I wouldn't say but she said, look, thanks, babe. Appreciate you. She said, Martell did not plan the dinner, nor invite the women, nor did we come together. He was also an invited guest. She said the dinner was put together last minute because several of my friends wanted to take me to dinner, so I decided to do them all together, and I invited a couple more friends to join. So he was an invited guest. The problem was they said he was the one asking for the cash app from people, so it felt like he organized it, but she said that's not her man. He was also an invited guest. That's not her man.
So where did they get that they was together from? Where does that come from? Because even the people on the show were saying that.
Exactly. That's where I got it from. But she's been saying, and she was up here, she said that was not her man. So I don't know what their...
Maybe they was men and women then.
Relationship status is, but she's never claimed him as her man.
Right.
I guess. All right. So shout out to Sheree. And that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, I want to talk about this. And Maynard, we can't wait to hear from you about this. Your first kiss. And this all comes from Salma Hayek. We'll tell you why. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Yep.
And listen, we were talking about first kisses, right? Because, Mano, we know you love to kiss women.
I just seen you kissing in a picture.
You did not see
Somebody's
me doing
tongue is in your ear.
anything. But
Wow.
at any rate, Salma Hayek was talking about her first kiss, and she was talking to W Magazine, and she described a story from her childhood. Here's what she said.
I wanted to taste good, and I kept putting honey on my lips. I said, what did it taste like? And he said, like honey. And so I kept putting honey on my lips, and I burnt my mouth, and I had an infestation of ants in my bedroom.
Wow.
And something that started real romantic turned out to be kind of disastrous.
Why would honey burn your lips? I didn't know that would happen.
I don't think you should put honey in your lips and go to sleep.
But she, it was in her childhood, so she
Right.
had no idea. But
Honey
anyway,
lips.
do you remember your first kiss, Mano?
I really can't remember. Maybe in the 2nd or 3rd grade. Maybe at school.
Sheesh, that was early. Like with the tongue or just a peck? Because I remember peck kisses is,
I think that we kind of knew that we wanted to go somewhere with this, so it probably was pushing towards tongue. I was trying to get somewhere fast, you know?
Right.
You know, I was in a rush to get
In
somewhere.
2nd or 3rd grade.
Probably.
I remember in
I don't-
school when we were growing up, they used to play this game RCK, Run, Catch, and Kiss.
Mhm.
And you wouldn't even be playing, and then they would just but it was like a pet kiss, but that was a terrible game to play because you don't want
Yeah,
anybody
that was a
to
little ghetto game.
chase you and kiss you. It's like tag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my first kiss, I didn't know what was happening. I remember I was in the kid was from the
high
Bronx.
school?
The kid was from the Bronx.
In
No,
high
I wasn't
school?
in high school. Actually, it didn't really work out because I was in the first time ever somebody tried to kiss me with their tongue. I didn't know what it was. I was in 6th grade.
Oh my God, it's a tongue.
No, because he would always, it was like my little boyfriend, and he would always like pet kiss me. Like he'll walk me to the school bus and give me a little pet kiss, and I felt like I really was doing something. And then one day, he stuck his tongue out and licked my mouth. And I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Because I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And that was it. And then I went back and I told my friend, I was like, oh my God, he licked my mouth. And they
What
were
grade was this?
6th grade. And he was like, oh, you French kissed. And I
Wow.
said, what? What is that? And I
Wow.
did. Then I had to act like I knew what it was. And I was like, yeah.
Right, you try to act cool. So what was that picture right there you just showed me with somebody's tongue in your ear?
There was nobody's tongue
Wow.
in my ear, man.
You're not a truthful person, man.
And this is why I don't play
cap.
Tell Us a Secret with you.
This is so cap.
You know, I understand
We
that
friends.
I understand that you want to fight somebody today.
No, I don't. I don't
and
wanna-
I don't want it to be me, okay?
I don't wanna
want to
fight.
have to put you in your place.
I just saw
I don't want
a
to have to
tongue
knock
in
you
your
out.
ear.
Like
Right.
Terrence Crawford was about. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, let me tell
Cap.
Terrence we need him back up here to knock you out, all right? Get
Never.
that fight out of you today.
No, man, I just seen the picture.
At any rate, new Mano.
Mm-mm-mm.
So that was your first kiss with 2nd or 3rd grade, but you don't
Yeah,
remember it too
I
well.
can't remember it really too well, man. I just know that I was like wanting to get some. I used to go home and like kiss on my pillow, like fantasizing about
Do
sex.
we have a pillow in here?
For real, like I was.
Oh, we do have a pillow. Can we get?
I was trying to get active, man.
Can we get Mano this pillow?
Oh.
We want to see him make out.
I was going home trying to get active. I was like daydreaming about all kinds of.
Just remember
things,
that when
like-
people didn't know how to kiss, because when you first start, you don't know what you're doing, and sometimes
Like trying to practice.
I remember one guy kissed me, and my whole like collar was wet because it was disgusting. Like he was too spitty. But anyway, that is it's just a little story. That was a leftover story from Yee that we were talking about, and I was like, what about the first kiss? When we come back, it is a Wealth Wednesday, and we are going to be talking to the members of Fund Your Freedom. All right, they are young black millionaires, and now they are paying it forward and teaching you how you can fund your freedom. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, Wealth Wednesday.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Mano.
We got to give him some type of sedative today
You're
or
always
something.
taking my words and reversing them and making it different. Like
No,
the
Mano.
narrative. It's
Mano and I were
crazy.
talking about first kisses, and then it turned into, do you kiss on the first date? And then he was saying the way that he tests things out is first he'll put his hand on your leg, and then he puts his hands around your throat on the first date
You see how you
in
put
a restaurant.
You see how you
That's not what you said?
Yes, but there's a way to do that. Now, I didn't say it in that way. It's a romantic way to do that. Like, if things are touchy-feely, the energy is right, the drinks are flowing, and that connection is there, and we're a little touchy-feely, and, you know, you might want to... No, and no. You might want to, you know,
Can't
go up...
breathe.
See? This is why they think I'm bad.
Okay. Well, there you go. Look at you buttoning up your shirt now.
Me cover my neck up.
But anyway, yeah, so that was the conversation. We actually took it to Instagram Live.
And more people agreed with me.
You don't make up statistics.
No.
Some people said not on the first date. Shout out to my girl,
well,
Topeka.
on the second.
Yeah.
Shout out to Topeka.
She said third.
She said anything goes on a second date.
No, she did not say. She said if you do that on the first, then what are you doing on the second?
It sounded like anything goes on a second.
But one thing we can all agree on, whoever asks pays, right? And so it is a Wealth Wednesday. Whoever asks for the date should pay.
Yeah, I think the man pays all the time. Like, I don't.
All the time?
Yeah, all the time. Until we get to a place, if you just want to just.
What if she asks you?
If she like
ask you out, you should still pay?
I'm not. Yeah. I'm
all right, you know what, you guys? It is a Wealth Wednesday, and my partner Stacey Tisdale is about to be joining us. We are talking about Fund Your Freedom when we come back, and we're going to help you guys actually fund your freedom. You don't even need to have a lot of money to be able to do this, and we'll teach you how. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Had a dream of living wealthy,
and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it is a Wealth Wednesday, so you know what that means. My girl Stacey Tisdale is here. Hey, Stacey.
Hey, Angela. I am your girl. It is Wealth Wednesdays, and today we are going to teach you how to fund your freedom with these three very lovely young men who have come together and are really doing some great things for young people when it comes to wealth building. We're going to introduce everybody. We have Ramel, we have Derek, and we have Kenny. And a lot of what you guys do is in real estate and in storage. And I know your personal story is that you helped use real estate to pay off your student loans. And I know a lot of people have student loans on their mind right now because in a couple weeks they're going to start paying. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that was me. I actually paid off my student loans through investing in real estate. So I had like a little over $40,000 in student loans. So my very first deal, it was a brownstone in Brooklyn.
Talk about it.
I was marketing, I was cold calling, I was sending out letters, and I end up coming across a family that was going through a pre-foreclosure, right? So the bank was threatening to take the property away from them. I sat down, I said, hey, you know, I want to get in here and buy this property from you. So we end up doing a short sale. So that's when you work with the bank and you work with the seller and you get the property under contract. So I got that 2-family brownstone under contract for $590,000, right?
Amazing.
Wow.
The cool thing is I didn't have the money. Right, I just got it under contract, and then I went to go apply for a mortgage, get a loan from a lender, and they didn't approve me because I wasn't making enough money. Right, I graduated college. I was working at Pepsi, making $55,000 a year, so my income wasn't enough to qualify for that mortgage. But I said I couldn't quit, so I went to 50 real estate meetups, bringing my business cards, introducing myself to see if I could find somebody that would invest with me or partner with me. And by the grace of God, I ended up meeting this lady. Right, this is why I'm a firm believer in mentorship, because when I felt like it was a roadblock, she actually seen something in me, so she ended up connecting me to a partner of hers. We showed him the deal, and he put up the entire $590,000 for me.
Wow.
I put no money out of my pocket. I just had to give him 50% equity, right? So he put up the $590,000. We fixed the property up, about $40,000 in renovations, not a big renovation. Put that property back on the market, sold it for $1.2 million. Made 6 figures in real estate, my very first deal, paid my student loans off, and the rest is history.
And you were talking about you met a great mentor.
Yes.
And you guys actually all were doing pretty well individually, mentoring. And then that's how
it's
you
not like
met.
y'all grew up together.
No.
At all. You guys,
babies.
right? Y'all didn't grow up together. You guys actually met each other going to events together.
Yeah.
It's a Wealth Wednesday. I'm with Stacey Tisdale, and we are talking to the guys from Fund Your Freedom. So, Derek Boone, what did you have going on?
So I'm in real estate, so we buy houses, fix them up, flip them, and run them out. And I post a lot of my progress, what we do, and then we also coach people that want to get into real estate with no money out of pocket. So we utilize different strategies, partnerships, credit cards, things like that.
Kenny Smith, how did you end up in the fold with Fund Your Freedom?
Yeah, so they had a little thing going on that they had a little bit of success with.
Little thing?
I'm not even going to say it like
Wow,
that.
right?
I'm saying they had their own thing going on.
Y'all had your little little thing happening.
I ain't trying to say it like that, but
damn.
All right, man. Yeah,
good a week ago.
They had some good stuff set up, right? And then they had just success with it, so they was thinking about what they could add to make it better. So they understood that, okay, I was in the field of business credit and leveraging our LLCs and the credit game so well that they can add that to their combination and they can make this thing bigger and better. They called me up. So they had their own little conversation about who they wanted to work with. And I guess I don't know exactly what the conversation was.
I vouch for them.
Yeah. They was like, yeah, we got to get Smitty on. So they called me with the plan that they had. That was an instant decision for me to be like, all right, I'll be a part of that because I was kind of doing it on my own too. I knew that collaboration over competition was a big thing that my mentor was teaching me, and this is my opportunity to do it. So.
And he said you bring something different to the table.
And I want to say what the conversation was really quick, right?
Okay.
Because me and Smitty, we was in the same mentorship, and this mentorship, 6,000 people, and it was a contest that our mentor did. He was like, "Who's gonna sell the most ebooks online?" And Smitty won the contest over 6,000 people. I think he did like $18,000 in ebooks in 1 week.
You know what's
and
up.
I'm like, nah, he got to teach us something. He doing something over there.
How did you do that?
How did you do that?
Yeah.
I had started learning marketing strategies online. So I leverage other people's platforms. So if I got a $27 product, right, and my objective is to sell 100 of them. My deal was, all right, I gotta find people with influence that has 100,000 followers, 500,000 followers, 1 million followers. All right, if I can get this product in front of their audience, being as though I don't got that many people yet, whatever I gotta do to set that up, I'll do it. And the thing was, you gotta pay.
Yeah.
You know? So
right.
What I did was I just did creative content towards what I was teaching in my product that I sold. So my product was like how to leverage your LLC to get your first 6 figures in credit with these steps. And I gave them my exact blueprint I used to get my first $100,000 in credit. And the content had got a lot of traction. So and once they got a lot of traction on that platform, I put it on like 4 other platforms that I put it. So then all the traction was coming to me and my product, and I was getting a lot of sales. So I had to figure out some creative way to get in front of 6,000 people to win, and that was what I decided to do.
He's the best. Y'all should work with the coffee. Marketing. This is his thing. This is his thing. I'm serious.
It was creative.
Yeah, he always going viral.
It's a Wealth Wednesday. I'm with Stacey Tisdale, and we are talking to the guys from Fund Your Freedom. And then let me ask you this: with people being really cautious now, because as you can see, there's a lot of people who are really cautious about who they look to when it comes to getting into the real estate game. So I want to ask you guys why people should feel like, okay, this is something that's tried and true and you can trust us, because that's also a really huge issue right now.
We like to put you in position to give you the blueprint and the layout for you to do it yourself, instead of you giving us the money for us to do it for you, and then now your money's in the gist of what we're doing and some don't go right and it's a little off. If we give you the exact layout, the information and the blueprint and the exact steps that we use, now it's on you to put in the work.
Right, you're not saying give us your money and we'll invest it.
Correct.
We're giving you the tools for you to go and look for your deals.
Yes.
Okay.
And then now you got to put in the work.
Tell us, our audience, exactly what Fund Your Freedom is.
It's a program that we put together, basically showing you how to get access to funding. But see, what a lot of people do is they get access to funding and they're like, go about your day, figure it out. So we all came together where you get access to funding. You take that funding to buy hard assets, and those assets pay monthly income, or do a flip and you get one large lump sum, and then that money can go ahead and pay bills, which creates freedom.
All right. Well, it is a Wealth Wednesday, and Fund Your Freedom is here. That is Ramel Newells, Derek Boone, and Kenny Smith. We have more when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Had a dream of living wealthy,
and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Wealth Wednesday. I'm here with my Wealth Wednesday partner, Stacey Tisdale, and we are talking to Derek, Kenny, and Ramel from Fund Your Freedom.
And also, I know you're in storage facilities.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, I wanted to hear about this.
Yeah. As far as storage, I've been in real estate going on 10 years now. I started out in the residential space. I told you about the first property that I flipped, and I made all of this money. And then what happens when you make all this money, you think that every deal is going to be the same way. So I started to buy more properties. By 28, I had almost 40 properties, right? But then the pandemic happened. Tenants are not paying their rent. I can't evict them because of monetary reasons, because they put the eviction ban on, but I'm stuck with the mortgage, right? So I'm debt heavy, paying mortgage. taxes, still paying insurance,
It was
water.
a terrible time to be a landlord.
Terrible time to be a
Terrible
landlord.
time to be a landlord.
That was the only time I was like, ooh, glad I don't own it.
I was bleeding during that time.
Yeah.
I started to say, okay, I need to start selling off some of these assets because also during this time, properties was going for sky high prices. I had a buyer who was willing to give me $20,000 more than what I listed it for, but he wanted me to deliver the property vacant, and I had a tenant in it that wasn't paying. So I was like, I gotta get this tenant out. I offered him cash for keys. So I said, here go $2,000. I don't care what you owe me. I just need you gone. He agreed to it, but he wanted me to put his items in a storage unit for 90 days. I said, all right, let's do it. And I started to look for storage units to get his stuff in there, and everything was sold out. Like, I started scratching my head. I need to be on this side of the business, right? I need to know what's going on here. That's when I started YouTubing, Googling. I paid $50,000. I went to this mastermind. I learned all about self-storage. And the money that I sold that property with, I used it as my down payment on my next facility. My first facility that I bought a couple years ago, which was an 88-unit facility. And I never looked back from it. Now I have over 500 units right now. The reason why I love it is because now I make money in real estate with no tenants, no trash, no toilets.
So wait, okay, so you paid somebody $50,000 to learn how to...
Yes.
Okay. I always think
I
that's...
paid $50,000 in mentorship to learn about self-storage.
What advice would you have for someone picking out a good mentor,
Right.
particularly in this
Great
climate?
question. During this climate, I would say look at that person's resume, right? So you could go back, look down my page, see where I first started when I bought that first property, right? Even my losses, like you could look down and see all the things that we've done. Look at the testimonials. Can you actually see a mentor out that's taking you through the properties? We take our students out to our actually properties. He does residential property tours. I do self-storage tours. So we're not just telling you this online. You could actually come out, you can see this, right? But the biggest thing is I like to say look at other people and look at their success. And we have amazing testimonials, students that we done help buy these assets and change their life.
So if people work with you, you take them on virtual tours.
Yeah, so the way our program works is two parts. One, we actually do full online class, so we do 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. It's a 5-day class.
That's a 5-day
challenge.
Can they take it any time during the day, like, or does it have to be at a specific...
No, it's a set time, but we give them the recording, so if they miss, like,
If they
hey,
miss it, they
Tuesday
can-
night, I had to work a double. Then they can watch the recording, so they're not missing anything. But also, we put people in a Facebook group and a Telegram group, so they can ask a question midday or hop on a Facebook, connect with someone else like that. And then when we do have our property tours, that's like a set time throughout the year. So you got time to fly out and different things like that. But the main thing where people see a lot of value is during our 5-day classes, where like Monday through, it's like a whole college semester packed in 1 week.
And how much does it cost people to work with you guys in that?
So to get access to that full week is only $497.
And I know if people out there who want to do that, it's letsfundyourfreedom.com/money. And I know if people use a way up code, I believe there's a discount for our audience.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave our peoples a
Yeah,
discount?
okay. So they just when you go to the page and you hit the promo type in way up, it's gonna come right up.
$100 off anybody that type in.
I love that. Now that's a good investment.
Letsfundyourfreedom.com/money. Coupon code way up.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And the challenge is September
18th
to 22nd.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a virtual conference because
honestly,
you keep things virtual too.
it's because we want to make sure that no matter where you are in the world, you can get this information.
Monday we talk about personal credit and getting your credit in order. Tuesday we talk about funding, getting you that $20,000 to $50,000, or even some people got more than that. But a lot of people got the 20s to 50s and funding. And then we go into Wednesday how to actually find deals, how to actually put deals together, structure that. Then we get into Thursday how we actually buy storage units and commercial real estate. And then Friday we have a bonus special guest. So talk about whatever it is we lined up for that week. Like this time we're talking about grants.
Well, listen, you guys, letsfundyourfreedom.com/money. Way up is the code for $100 off because we love y'all.
Yes.
We love you. This was great.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. I do
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it for answering all these questions because I know there's a lot of people who are wanting to dip into this space, but it can be a lot of things out there. But I feel like the way you guys are doing it does seem like the best way to go about it. Give you the tools to make it happen. And this week-long crash course seems like the move.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
It's Way
thank
Up
you.
with Angela Yee, Wealth Wednesday. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee with the award-winning advice giver Mano in the building. It's Way Up with Yee, 800-292-5150.
Everybody whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
All you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee and Mano.
Yes.
The choker is here.
Stop saying that. Never said choking.
And it's time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Jeff. What's your question for Ask Yee?
Well, I just got out of a narcissistic relationship, and I'm trying to learn to heal and move on.
Okay. We need a little more details. What do you mean by narcissistic? Because I know a lot of us say that.
Right.
But what were some of the indications?
She never would take fault for any of her actions.
No accountability.
When there was accountability, yes. She would never take fault. She would never apologize. She would always play the victim, and she still does that as of today, even though she's not at my house anymore. Long story short, I took her in about 8 months ago. She was in a situation where she was losing the place she lived in. So I moved her and her 16-year-old in with me.
Ooh, that's already tough.
Yeah. And her daughter and I had talked, and she had told me how her mother had always been the way she is. She hasn't worked in 2 years. She relied on the system and people. And to be honest with you, her daughter moved out probably a month into moving in with me. She moved with her aunt up the road to be away from her mother.
Oh, she couldn't even take it anymore. Okay.
Right. And I was accused of cheating during the 8 months that we were together, and I actually took a lie detector test.
What?
You was doing too much.
To prove.
So what do you want? What do you need now?
Learn how to get closure and move on. It seems like it's getting better each day, but I still feel like there was something I did wrong, but I didn't do anything wrong.
But you didn't do nothing wrong, and y'all was only together for 8 months. First of all, I think you went and did everything that you didn't have to do, but you did it anyway. You took in a stray, right? You took in her child, and then you allowed her to demean you and walk all over you. I don't believe that being too nice works. What closure you need?
Right.
She's not the one.
Do you feel like you're not over her?
I care about her, but I know that it's toxic, and I can't get back together with her.
Big boy pants on.
You love saying that.
Please.
Right.
Jeff, so a couple of things here. Jeff, yes, you do have to realize that, but everything doesn't need more closure. Sometimes closure is a reason for us to stay in communication with somebody. There's no reason for you to even still be speaking to this woman. She's no longer in your house, right?
Right, she's blocked.
So fortunately, she's gone. The closure is I did what I could do, and on my behalf, I can say I worked on trying to get this relationship to happen, and it just didn't. And she did not meet me halfway, and I deserve better. And you have to know that you deserve better than that. Sometimes we feel like we take blame and responsibility for something that, well, maybe if I would have did this, because she's made you feel that way. She made you feel like you were not adequate. She made you feel like you were the problem, when in reality, the issues that she has are not a reflection on you. You did your best. You actually helped this woman at a time when she was down. You didn't make her feel less than. She came to stay with you, and it didn't work out. And that's okay, right? All you can do is learn lessons from that, so the next time you date somebody, you know what not to do.
You give good advice.
What signs?
You really do.
Thank you, Mano.
What signs?
I love that.
Yeah. And so,
what signs to look for? Yeah.
Yeah, so now everything is a lesson learned. Don't look at it as I need closure, I made a mistake, what did I do wrong? I think you have to look at it as this is what I would do differently next time. I know not to let somebody who's fallen on hard times just come and move in with me. Sometimes that's not the solution.
Right.
What were the red flags that you saw early on? You should have never taken a lie detector test.
Ever. You gotta live your life, man. Go get you a couple of escorts. Go on a couple of dates.
No, don't do that.
Live your life, man. Life too short to
Don't always listen to Mano. But yes, Jeff, so I just want to say, in order for you to move on, you have to stop holding yourself responsible for things that were out of your control. All you can control is what you do. You can't control what that woman does.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Let it go.
You're an entrepreneur, a business owner. You have your own home. You have things going on for yourself. You deserve somebody that's equally yoked.
That's exactly what my best friend told me.
All right, well, good. Me and your best friend are here, so.
Okay.
All right, Jeff,
I
just be
appreciate
glad you're you and not her.
100%.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. As you can see, there's no problem that we can't help.
Right, bro. We got every problem covered. Like,
yes.
Everything. I gave real good advice that one.
Not the escort part, but when we come back, you guys get to have the last word. 800-292-5150.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Yeah.
And today I know was an important day for you.
Yes,
It's your
it
mom's
is.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to my mom.
How long has it been since?
About a year and a half.
All right. I remember I had to call you right away.
Yes, you did. You always call me when something's happening.
Yeah, as much as me and Mano argue.
As much as you try to switch my narratives and create these false situations, get me knocked out,
Stop it, because you're going to get these Mano-vators activated again. I don't need that. Mano love the fact that y'all be coming to his defense on everything he does, because y'all know he's crazy, but you want to defend him. I just be trying to make sure we realistic here. Okay?
Listen, all right. I'm a truth teller. I tell the truth.
Well, listen, you guys, have an amazing day. Thanks again. It is a Wealth Wednesday, so we are always encouraging people to make sure that you are always moving forward with your financial goals, right? Because the main thing is being able to be financially free and make certain moves that you want to make. But it's a journey to get there. So thank you to the guys from Fund Your Freedom for coming through, to my Wealth Wednesday partner, Stacey Tisdale. Also, thank you to Mano. You can see our debate on Instagram.
Yeah, I won. More people agree with me.
You only read the people that agree with you. There was a whole lot of people like, I do not want a man to choke me on the first date.
First of all, I never said choking.
So what is it when you put your hands around someone's throat?
You romantically put a hand around her throat after the vibe and the energy is right. After those drinks settle in and it's a little touchy-feely, things start to happen.
Okay, at any rate, on a first date.
Yeah, on the first date.
So, again, we will be back tomorrow, but you guys always get to have the last word. If you want to tell us a secret, if you want to ask a question for Ask Ye, if you want to weigh in on one of the topics, tell us about your first kiss. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Right now, it is the last word.
This is Nick again. I'm shining my daily light on new Mano. Let's see the man. Mano, I'll be right there with you, man, during No Judgment season. I'll be in my Amazon truck, judging like a mofo. New Mano.
My big secret is that I miss my man, even though we're not together. And I've been telling everybody that I really don't miss him and I don't care, but I do. He's too insecure, so I know it's not going to work, but I still love him, though.
Hey, I just want to shine a light on my dog. Passed away a day ago, and he was the best dog you could ever have. Rusty, I always miss you.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.